Green light go, that's all I know. Move all day and I never get tired. Move all day and I never give up. Move all day and I never get tired. Move all day and I never give up. Won't stop till I get that. I won't stop. Move all day and I never get tired. Move all day and I never give up. Won't stop till I get that. Won't stop till I get that. Till I get that. Get that. Get that.
我们是工匠社赛事组委会，现诚意邀请你参加比赛赛事 Ganker Arena。比赛采用人机一体对战方式，选手需使用基于 Ganker EX 骨架进行组装的机甲参赛，期待您的加入。
To live your dream, you can't lose focus. You gotta step up. You have to fight. Every minute spent, every second used, improving, adapting. DX Racer, how you win the game.
Alright guys, so welcome to WCG 2019 Final Assault VR Championship, and we got the losers bracket final match here, and I am Jacko.
My name is Simon.
And my name is Caleb. Nice to see you guys.
We got a reality check here, which is the professional player, and actually he's Thor here.
I mean,
that's
this
right.
is the second time we've had him sitting right
I've
here.
been so blessed to be here with you guys. I'm very happy to be, and we're going to have the power with us today. We're going to have a good time.
But yesterday very impressive because we've been a long game in yesterday of the Remy versus the Ddolddolldol-e here. Wow, combined their extra restart game over 3 hours, maybe.
Yeah, you really got to see how that Beaumont versus Beaumont action can really stale, and cause a long, long game.
Yes, and let's check it out, the overviews here. So here's the prize of the WCG 2019 VR Championships here. The champion is the $10,000. Second place is the $5,000. Third place is the $2,000. We can see the final match. The Ddolldolldol already get the points here. Oh, wow. And here we are, the losers bracket. Final match is designed the Ddolldolldol versus the SadlyItsbradley, who's gonna be against the Ddolldolldol in the final match.
That's right. So whoever is going to be winning this one is going to move on to the next finals, and that is going to be going against Ddolldolldol, and that's going to be definitely a tough match. Ddolldolldol is one tough competitor.
Definitely, he is one of the best here. And now we already have the 3 best players in this match. And now we have, a lot of maps today.
Well, there's a lot. This is third place of these 3 maps, and we can find out the final match here. Wallenberg and their Chaditos.
It looks like on the final match, Wallenberg is certainly going to be one of the ones that it's going to be a quick match. I assume that they're going to want to play Beaumont on that, but we're going to have to see for ourselves. Chateau Todd, I know they each like that map. That was one of the first maps we played in the original qualifier, so they have a lot of time practicing with that one.
Okay, here we go. Yo, homie. SadlyItsbradley.
That's right.
But it shows to you, right?
SadlyItsbradley. He has got a great sense of humor. He's a great person, always there making people laugh.
Yes.
So sweet.
Here we go. The next player, Ddolldolldol from South Korea.
He's got that style there with him. You can see he's sporting there the Boston Red Sox, the gold emblem. He is definitely ready to rock.
Yeah, pretty cute, I think. So today, SadlyItsbradley is gonna use their air division or not? What do you think about it?
So, I mean, we all know Sadly loves the air divisions. I'm not 100% sure if he's going to stick with it considering the trouble that they had yesterday. I mean, one thing we have to remember is that when we're in these competitions is everything's a little bit different from when you're playing at home. So they have to adapt and overcome. And sometimes it's a little bit easier to go with some of the ground squads, such as Beaumont, where you can have that slow creep with your defense holding you and slowly moving the offense forward, as opposed to having to constantly push with the air divisions, which is just a large amount of endurance.
Yes, and we see a lot of players they used to just focus on the ground, but that Bradley is a special one. He would focus on the air division because air division is hard to control. It depends on the player.
It's very hard to control, especially when you have so many things on the map at one time. You can only have one finger, like we talked about before, and you can only sit there and control one unit at a time. So that's where it becomes a problem when it comes to the late game. So if Bradley does do an air division, he's going to need to be fast and execute very quickly to get that map control and take over as fast as he can.
Yeah, definitely. But this is one of the features of here RTS games. Everyone has their own strategy. Everyone has their favorite one. So it's good to see something different from SadlyItsbradley here.
Right. I do think he's going to pull something out here. He's been practicing. I saw him earlier, and it just looks like he's definitely determined. I know that he wants to go to the finals, so we're going to see what he can pull out of his hat right here. He does have a lot of hours playing the game, so I assume he knows some things that maybe we haven't seen just yet.
Definitely, and I have faith in him, you know. I do hope that he's going to win this game.
Right, well, there's something to be said for Ddolddolldol-e and the way that he made it. With Remy yesterday, there was such an endurance going back and forth, and it was such hard-fought competition. And even with the one mishap with match, they did the redo match, and my goodness, he still came out on top. So there's no doubt that he's going to be a tough competitor. And Bradley's going to have his hands full.
So he practiced so hard. Yes, he practiced so hard for that.
And one thing I heard from Bradley is that not only did they practice, but in the off-season when we were getting prepared for the tournament, they got to play each other over and over and over again. So they kind of know each other's styles a little bit.
They're old friends.
Yeah, I would say, they're very good. They're very good competitors.
So, wow, today this game is going to be crazy. If that games last longer an hour, I would like to see that, because yesterday we've been a long time of the game of that, because it's extremely amazing and they fight each other just like they're 50-50 every time.
Anytime you see those ATGs in the base, it makes it really, really hard to get anything near it. So the defense is very, very strong. And even though we had what Remy yesterday pulled out Gallant at the end of the match instead of pulling Beaumont, those tank destroyers were just competing with the Calliopes nonstop, and it made, like you said, a 50-50 match. As long as you're doing, going back and forth with each other, it's very difficult to get past. So one thing we're going to have to see from these guys is going to be some kind of a strategy, some kind of a grouping of their units, some kind of a backdooring where they, try to confuse the opponent. We're going to have to see some kind of a strategy as opposed to just the basic defense.
Yeah, we are just exploring those strategy of that, because this is a new game for us, new game for everyone's here. So if you just want to know this game, you have to feel about that, put on your glasses to join this game.
That's absolutely true. There was a few times even when I was playing that some things happened and I realized, oh, that would be a great strategy. So even myself, I'm still learning, and I've played it quite a bit. So all the players are constantly watching and trying to see what other people are doing to see where that advantage comes.
Yeah, I mean, even you are still learning, still trying to improve here.
Absolutely.
So it's a lot more for us to do. We still have so much to learn from this game, from these players, professional players. We are still, learning their strategies. Also, try to enjoy the game just as you do. So, I mean, it's a long way to go.
Yeah, and part of it is just figuring out what the other person's thinking. I mean, when you're playing the game and when we're casting, we have to just kind of figure out what is the player trying to do, and that is really just the whole I guess experience of when you're playing this game is how can I tell what the other opponent is attempting to do, and how can I counter that, or how can I best overcome and maybe play offensively against it. But what I found in this game is you have to play offensively. If you sit back in your base and you wait, they're going to overcome and take you over.
Yeah, they will be 50-50 all the time, you find out.
Yes.
So here we are. This is the losers bracket final match. Game 1 here. We get the SadlyItsbradley represent the USA in the red side against the Ddolddolldol-e in the blue side, represent South Korean here. Okay.
Yeah, and you're right. And SadlyItsbradley here is
Nichols again. He went to Nichols. I mean, that's one thing that I somewhat expected in the sense that he does love those flying groups, and he is playing somebody different today. So having said that, he's going to have his own strategy, and he's going to be able to see if it can work here against the Ddolldolldol-e.
Yeah, and this is our new map, and the raining
Yeah, it's definitely a
Stumper.
We have a different weather here. It's something that we've never seen in
That's right. It's a much darker map. It's going to be a little bit harder to actually see all the units as in the case of some other maps where these can actually blend in. You know, sometimes you get a tank or you get a Jeep over next to a rock and you forget it's there. So they're going to have to make sure to keep their eyes open and pay attention to all their units at once.
So let's check it out. This tower of SadlyItsbradley is under attack right now.
Yeah, Ddolldolldol went right into an offensive with that tank right down the middle, and it's actually doing some work on that turret.
Yep. So SadlyItsbradley just focus on their just the nickels here, but the plane's still empty right now.
It looks like we've already got the second tier unlocked for Nichols as well as Beaumont, so they're already trying to get those higher tiers. Definitely when you get to players that are this good, they're going to be trying to get those high units out, those heavy units out as fast as possible so they can actually overcome the other opponent. And as you can see right now, we've already got Bradley with that P38 available, unlocked. He's going to try to get that guy out there as soon as possible to prevent Ddolldolldol from actually getting any map superiority.
Yep. And when you just unlock all the weapons of like that in the early game, the only thing you can do is just wait for the money, and then these are trying to get the crate, but the first crate still waiting. All right.
That's right. Bradley's being smart right there. He's got this artillery sitting back by his tower, so he's playing it pretty safe. But what that artillery is doing is it's keeping that infantry from moving forward in his lane.
Just push the lane right now.
Here we can see anti-tank gun pulled by Ddolldolldol here.
Yeah, that anti-tank gun's going to have to get taken out by a P38. Now that Bradley sees it, you're definitely not going to see him throwing any actual heavy units or any units down that lane because that would just be suicide for him. But oh, there you go. The P38 just got done taking out that ATG. That is certainly a crosshair for him when he sees one of those.
Yep. This land of the hill. Oh, it's
wow.
Complicated of this.
You just saw the AA right there of Ddolldolldol coming out, trying to prevent him from shooting his actual units, but then it just got destroyed. As soon as Bradley sees an AA on the ground, he's going to try to target it and get rid of it. And the only way that you can actually compete against that is you're going to have to put fighters in the air. So we're going to have to see Ddolldolldol going to have to be putting some more fighters out there. Right now he's got 2, matching Sadly's 2, but that P38 is sitting there by himself, hiding in his base.
Yep.
Wow, in this weather, it's really harder to see what's going on.
Absolutely.
The 38 will do a lot more damage, more than their normal aircraft there.
Yeah, and one thing some people that don't play, they might not know is these normal aircraft are very good at killing the infantry.
Yep.
Whereas the normal aircraft do very, very little damage to the actual units, the tanks, the artillery. Where the P38 does so much damage on these actual artillery from the units themselves. Even some of the heavy units take 1 to 2 passes to kill them completely. There we see he's microing that P38 around, taking care, and as the tank, he's trying to get that tank back to his base and attempt to save some of his money.
It's needed to be destroyed. I think the way we control the plane in this game is pretty fun, you know?
Yeah.
And it's so hard, I think.
Yeah, I know, it's not something that's that easy to do, and you also have to be careful when you control the plane, because the way that you control the plane also, tells it when it's supposed to move, and if you do it at the wrong time, you might move the plane and actually stop it from attacking when it's supposed to. So you have to be very, very careful about when you control it and how you control it.
Yeah, looks like the first trade has dropped, and the second one, SadlyItsbradley has already got by SadlyItsbradley.
You can see he's got a little bit more net worth on the table right now as far as units on the field compared to Ddolldolldol, and part of the reason of that is going to be simply because this P38 keeps destroying anything that is bringing outside the base.
And their AA is coming. The AA is coming from Ddolldolldol here. Have 2 anti-air trucks here, and also the SadlyItsbradley is just set 1 here. But P38 just destroyed in a short time.
He ended up getting a couple units down, but yeah, he did lose his P38 there. We're noticing on both sides, neither of them have fighters in the air right now, so it's going to be constantly a battle on the ground right now. Considering this is a small map, they have to be very, very careful, because if you forget about that ground attack, the game can be over very quickly.
But I think this map is most benefit for the infantry, the ground units here, I think, because wow, a lot of hills here, high grounds here.
Wow, this AA is
what? SadlyItsbradley's got 2 of these tanks trying to help protect his base, but unfortunately they're not doing as good of a job, I think, as he wishes they would.
Yep, they waste the money of the AA.
Alright, Sadly's got another P38 in the air right now because he'll be flying around trying to get rid of these tanks that are coming at him.
Here we go, this is the 5 minutes. Right now you can see the net worth of the Bradley is 145 here, and Ddolldolldol only got 50.
That's right. I think we're going to have to be seeing the Calibes coming out here very soon for Ddolldolldol. Otherwise, he's not going to have much offense against Bradley's push, because what Bradley's trying to do is he's trying to clear the field with that P38 and slowly create these lane pushes.
But I think that Ddolldolldol should put the Calibe out as quick as possible, because the Calibe is still locking right now.
As you can see right now, that infantry is taking out his turrets. He doesn't have any units right there, but the infantry is doing a very, very quick job. If he had one Calliope out there, it would be able to shoot multiples to get most of his infantry.
As we can see, this is an artillery barrage. This is special attack. Oh, we want to destroy their anti-air of their home base here.
That's very, very interesting to see that. If he can destroy the anti-air of his actual competitor, he can just go right in there and attack the base with P-38s.
Yes, definitely.
I'm not sure how efficient that is, but it's certainly something that Ddolldolldol is not going to want to have happen. He certainly wants his base to be secured.
Yep. If you just do it again with the SadlyItsbradley special attack, also the Ddolldolldol should set a lot more anti-air in the base. Or otherwise, the SadlyItsbradleys can use the plane, can attack this home base directly.
Well, here we are 7 minutes in, and as you can see, Bradley has been doing very, very well on the pushes. He's got that entire left ridge that we're looking at right there completely being pushed. And the only thing that Ddolldolldol can do right now is sit in his base and try to prevent this rush on each side. And like we said before, he does need to unlock that high tier to be able to push forward, but he's just being stuck, bombarded non-stop.
But look at the position here. They're staying together. Maybe there will be our next special attack and destroy everything here.
That's possible. That P-38 is coming in really, really hot, and it can just, like I said, destroy those AA without a problem. So not only does he have to sit there and keep creating fighters, but not only he has to keep controlling them. So, and it's very, very difficult at this point because Bradley's got so many troops coming in, and without those towers on the one side, the troops have nothing to stop them.
Yo, once again, let's see. Wow,
where is it this time?
That's what I'm talking about. Wow, that's what I'm talking about.
Just destroyed the base, just destroyed everything inside the base. Wow, Ddolldolldol is not going to be happy about that. He's going to have to do something drastic if he wants to stay in the game.
That's been most difficult right now because Ddolldolldol, everything's been under attack and being destroyed by the special attacks here. Wow.
This is not looking too good, but he does have an opportunity to come back. But what he's going to have to do is he's going to have to get his troops together, create some kind of a defense.
So this is kind of problem. You can see the Bradley Sadly got 5 infantry trucks here, and the Ddolldolldol only got 0 because it's been destroyed. Right, anti-air gun is wow. He cannot do a lot of damage off the infantry here.
The command center is already taking damage.
Wow, being under attack.
Finally taking some damage right there, and it does not look good for him right now. He was not able to unlock his last tier, and that is the most important thing for Beaumont right here.
Oh, you can see that 2 P-38s here destroyed the tank.
That P-38 is just insane. People can underestimate some of its power. Sometimes it is a fierce, fierce fighter, and when it is by itself, if you don't have something to combat it, it can walk around and literally destroy everything on the map.
Yes, so this is the most important thing. It seems the game will go faster than yesterday a lot.
That's right, and here you say he's got that ATG is going to get blown up again because every time Bradley sees it sitting there.
No, once again.
And of course, directly to the base here.
He's still got a few infantry here and 3 tanks, 4 tanks here.
One thing I've actually noticed is Ddolldolldol was putting that ATG out there, and Bradley's not actually sending units. The ATG, as we talked about before, is not very good at killing the infantry. And by spending that money right there, he wasn't able to actually capitalize on stopping the push, and unfortunately lost all that money because of the missile barrage.
So, it's the biggest problem. So, this is the aircraft and defend this gate because
he's bringing the P-38 into Ddolldolldol's base.
But this is the anti-airs here.
SadlyItsbradley's got his anti-air right outside of Ddolldol's base to make it so that he can't do anything to stop this P-38 push attack. And unfortunately, I do not see a possible way for him to get out of there unless he had some Calibes, but he just has so much pressure right now, he's not able to unlock it. And the way this game works, if you sit and wait too long with your money, I mean, he just has no time. I mean, within 1 minute, Bradley's going to come in there and overtake the base, so he has no time to unlock this last tier, and that is exactly what Bradley wanted to do.
And without the crate here, and actually, Ddolldolldol cannot get the extra money more. You can just get the basic money. $1 per second. Wow, that's pretty slow for now. But but their SadlyItsbradley attack pushed so hard right now.
Yeah, you can see SadlyItsbradley, he's kind of just letting his troops do their work, and he's slowly adding these tanks and these artillery down the lines. But his main concern is just completely controlling this P-38 and watching the field.
Once again, it's been taken a half of the home base.
Oh my god.
Wow, it's gonna be destroyed.
Yeah, this is one of the times in the game it can be quite frustrating as a player when you're looking and you're seeing all the guys coming in at your base.
Oh my god, there's
not
so
much
many
you can do right now, and it looks like this one's going to be going to Sadly.
This is the final one. 11 minutes. Congratulations to SadlyItsbradley here. Wow, 11 minutes to finish this job, to finish this Ddolldolldol here. Wow, pretty fast here.
As you can tell, it's much faster than yesterday's.
Yeah, surprisingly.
Well, but this is the first game, still the second game and the third games here, so I think that would be more chance for the Ddolldolldol here.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, like we said before, every time we play this game, we're learning a little bit. So even when they played right there, you can bet he's trying to figure out what he's going to do in the next game and how he can be a little bit better and to prevent that attack.
Yep.
At the same time, Bradley's always, he's very, very good at playing different characters. So that's another thing. It's somewhat difficult because we don't always know who he's going to choose.
Yes, because in the first day, we can see a lot of players. Actually, they play not so very well, but in the second day and the third day, wow, here's the final days here. Wow, they just improve so much.
That's right. I mean, and part of it too is there's a little bit difference from when you're playing at home and you're playing on stage and you have the audience there around you. It certainly isn't quite the same. There's a little bit more pressure. It's a little bit, there's the heat that you feel. So I think that the people watching at home definitely need to understand these guys are doing their best and they're kind of out of their normal comfort zone. I mean, playing in virtual reality, we're used to being in our houses and nobody's looking at us. And now all of a sudden we're in a large arena. So there are certainly some things that we're getting used to. But I think that everybody's been doing a really great job. And the people that are up on the stage right now are the people that deserve to be there.
Definitely, yeah. And also being at an event like WCG, it's such a good opportunity to practice handling this kind of pressure for them. Yes.
And not only that, but to be in a place that's actually, with such good energy, such good spirits, everybody here has been really fantastic. So it seems like a great community overall.
Because everyone is trying his best to do more better here.
Yes,
so what you improve just depends on the opponents, because the opponents will just try their best to defeat you. So you have to try your best to improve and fight back.
That's right. And one thing is we all share with each other too. So the moment we stop fighting the other person, we know we're not competing against them again, we start talking about strategy and trying to learn from each other. So it's just a really, really enjoyable atmosphere overall with this whole community.
Definitely, yeah. Sitting right here talking about this game and listening to you explain how the strategy works, how to play this game, I'm sure I am a lot better than the first time I played this game.
Right.
Yeah, compared to the first day, it's totally different because wow, the first day, this is a brand new game for China. And we haven't know of this game or any information.
Right. And for even for people that are in other countries, I mean, playing a game like this is really new for everyone. It's a new kind of frontier zone as we're doing right now. So everybody's just getting used to this for the very first time.
Yeah, but again, this is the trend for future games, right? So it's time for you to get to know this.
That's right.
And this is a new horizon stage here. Everything is possible. So look at the second games here. We got SadlyItsbradley in the red side. Got SadlyItsbradley are still the Nickels here, and the Ddolldolldol still Bombers here.
That's right.
Right.
That's right. As you saw, I mean, Nickels is definitely Bradley's strongest, I guess, division. So we're going to be seeing him use that if he wants to stay in the match right now and do his best. Ddolldolldol is obviously going to be Beaumont, as he always has been so far in this tournament. And because of that, you're going to want to see him do a slow push. Bradley, once again, is going to try to control that field of the P-38.
Well, you can see the infantry trucks here just stay a little bit.
Yeah, and that's actually
in front of the gate.
A great thing to see is, so with this map is unlike any other map. It's one of the large, looks like that was a little bit of a bug there. I don't think the guys were supposed to do that. But when you're seeing this map right here, you'll notice the side that Bradley's putting these troop trucks on is not actually in his base. Each base has a little spot to the side of it where it has extra towers. So you can choose to use that area if you'd like to. And by doing that, he's now creating a bigger push in that lane.
Wow, this is so different from the other maps.
Yeah, this map certainly has different strategies that you can do. You can choose, like I said, to go down the lane just like normal, but if you use that extra area, it certainly makes it easier for using troop trucks.
Yep. So this is a professional player. Each map have a single or a more strategy they want.
I mean, you definitely don't want to lose those towers. You want to make full use of it.
Yep.
That's right. These towers are kind of the one defense that makes it seem difficult to get in. The moment the towers disappear, you know, it makes you feel very, very vulnerable.
And it looks like here SadlyItsbradley got the first crate.
Yeah, Bradley take all over control of these crates.
And that crate actually just came right in front of his base, so I don't really see there was a chance for Ddolldolldol to get that, and that is just kind of a random, you know, luck moment right there, and obviously Bradley's going to have to do the same thing if it landed on the other side.
Yep.
Yeah. As we can see, both sides put out 3 troop trucks.
Yeah, and right now, at this kind of level, what you need to do is you need to be paying attention to how many troop trucks your enemy puts down. That way you can actually match it. You want to try to put down as many troop trucks as they have. Otherwise, you're going to see that lane get pushed in their favor.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I think this is the second game. In the second game, I think the Ddolldolldol should just unlock the clarity as fast as possible. Because the last game he never unlocked the clarities there, so he lost a lot of advantage of this unit.
And you're completely right about that. In this map, I don't think the Ddolldol's going to have a problem getting that last tier unlocked, simply because this is such a large map. He's going to have a lot more time to actually get prepared.
Yep.
Even saying that, though, Bradley's going to have a little bit more difficulty keeping track of the entire map, because as we said, once you get more units out there, it's much more difficult to control them all. One thing I can say, though, is being Nichols and that P-38, it is so fast and so destructive, he can much more quicker get around and destroy those units, as opposed to when he was Ritter before, using those Herschels. He had to shoot one at a time, one plane at a time, and it was very, very difficult to combat his opponent. I think he's going to be having a much better experience here with the P-38.
Yeah, I mean, his damage is so good.
Oh, he's going in the base right there. He just lost the P-38, but he's going in the base to actually take out some of Ddolldol's units within the base. So you can tell he's being a little silly right there. He's not playing super defensive. And he might be feeling pretty strong. So we're going to see what he's going to do next.
I think that behavior maybe it's a dangerous behavior.
Yeah, at this level right now, every single unit is very, very important, especially your higher tier units such as the P-38 or the Calliopes.
Yep, this is anti-airs here with the infantry.
Oh,
what do you want to do?
Destroy.
Right? Whoa.
SadlyItsbradley is going to be using that missile barrage to...
This is 4 minutes. 4 minutes to use the special attacks here. What? He destroyed? Oh, this is anti-airs here.
Like, yeah, the anti-air went down. Unfortunately, he did not get any of the troop trucks.
Yeah, Ddolldol moved the troop trucks very quickly.
Yep. So I think Bradley wanted to change the side, use the airplanes there, so he decided to destroy all the anti-air of this side.
Yeah, he's very, very smart about that. He knows what he needs to do early on in the game to make it so the end of the game is easier for him. So right now, he's just kind of preparing himself. And as you see over there, we've got SadlyItsbradley's actually making a push over here on this other turret side. And he's actually going to be successful unless Ddolldol makes a response with some units. He's going to be able to take out that turret. And it looks like he is. He's bringing an artillery over there now. Oh, wow. And as you see right there, we've got 3 AA inside the base of Ddolldolldol. And although that is very smart for him to do, he needs to protect his base. He needs to protect his units. He also needs to make sure that all of his units are doing something. He needs to make sure that his money is being used. Otherwise, Bradley's going to be taking the same.
And I think he should just fleet all the ways of that, because this is a special attack. When the special attack coming, and make sure it will lose a few things of that.
Alright, you can see us just bringing this P-38 in there, trying to do what he can. And it's actually lost one of the artillery already on that side, so he's going to have a little bit more space to the ground than normal.
4 troop trucks. SadlyItsbradley got 6. The more about infantry. This time, SadlyItsbradley is pretty smart here because this is a large map, so he just focused on the ground this time. Compared to last game, it was more ground units here.
Well, as you can see right there, he's got Ddolddolldol has so many units inside of his base. And
it's waiting for the special attack.
Yes. I can see right now, Bradley's actually got map control in the middle right now. You can see he's got his tank up on that large hill. And by doing that, he's kind of just telling Ddolddol, hey, look at me, I'm taking over the map. And unfortunately, every time Ddolddol brings a unit out to try to stop him, Bradley's there with that P-38. So exactly what he needs to do, he's bringing out all these guys at once, but he needs to be careful. If he puts them in a line like you see right there, Bradley can come in one strafing shot and shoot several of those. He needs to make sure he spreads them out and doesn't keep them in an exact straight line.
Exactly. Look at these towers here. It's gonna be taken down. Well.
Yep, and there goes the tower for Ddolldolldol right there because Bradley brought over one of the artillery.
Yep.
And here we see Ddolddol trying to make a break on this tower over here. He's got 5 tanks going at it at once.
Wow.
And unless he brings a P-38 over there, he's going to be able to do that, yes.
You want to take their tower in the early game as much as possible because this is good for the middle game or the late game when the game goes on.
Right, and one thing you'll see actually, they're actually going towards the towers that are not for the base. So this is still not something that you have to do. He could choose to go down the other lane, but what he wants right now is he wants to take out these towers because he wants to make sure that Bradley and the same Ddolddol does not have this extra area where they can put these troop trucks and push down that lane.
So here is the second tower of the Ddolldolldol has been taken down. Right here we can see the networks here. We can see totally event right now. 165.
Yeah, wow, that's not something we've seen all the time, but yeah, we got about an even network on the actual map right now. The difference is Bradley's so spread out, whereas we've got Ddolldolldol is keeping his units all together. He's got that AAA there with 3 of his tanks, and of course Bradley comes in with that P-38 and just annihilates some of those tanks, while the AA is not in the right position.
I think it's pretty smart of the SadlyItsbradley here because he uses basic tanks to absorb the fire here. You have to send a tank here to defense, but I have a P-38 here. When you just come to defense my units, I will use the P-38 to destroy your tank.
Exactly. And that AA that he's got there, as Ddolldol is trying to get around with his unit pack, he's bringing the AA with him, but Bradley's watching it very, very closely, and anytime it's not in the right position, he's coming in, shooting, and taking off without getting shot at all.
Yes, look at the troop trucks here, have to pull it back to the base right now, and this is an anti-air. Besides, once again, well, he had to move fast, Look at the hand of the Ddolldolldol-e.
Oh, man, and he just lost definitely an ATG right there and a few other things.
Wow.
That is definitely a worthwhile shot for Bradley right there. The impressive thing that we're seeing is Bradley has been able to maintain constant pushing and coverage on all of Beaumont's. Every time he puts an ATG out there, he's taking care of it. So he's unable to actually create this defense that Beaumont is so good at. Once you get several ATGs up, once you start getting Calliope out there, it's very, very difficult to stop that.
Yes.
But because SadlyItsbradley's got such control of his P-38, he's not able to actually do anything.
Well, looks like SadlyItsbradley is about to take this other base.
Yes. The other tower has been under attack. Will be take for free right now. I think this is artillery. It's a long range units here. Right, this tank feel lonely. Very lonely.
Ddolldol's going to have to sit there and change his strategy a little bit. He is certainly a good enough player to overcome in any situation, so we can't count him out just yet. We've got a lot of gameplay here left in this one.
Yes.
Although, what you've noticed, I still do not see Bradley going for that last tier. He hasn't needed it just yet, and I have not seen a Calliope on the field at any time.
Yeah, but this time, this is a fourth tower here has been destroyed, so this land will be open right now. Wow, look at that. This is troop trucks here. Want to make a camp here.
Oh my god, that's...
this is pretty hard.
SadlyItsbradley is now moving his troop trucks into Ddolldol's area, and there's nothing that Ddolldol can do other than do a missile barrage at this point in time. Every time he brings a unit out of his base, he's going to get shot by that P-38.
Yeah. Well, that's a little bit hard for the Ddolldol right now. I see the network here has been triple. Whoa, no! Over triple here.
Oh, we're seeing that other base attack coming in. They're getting close on that right side.
Great for Ddolldol.
Nope, that one looks like SadlyItsbradley got that money right there, right?
Yesterday, this is sound from SadlyItsbradley once again.
Anytime he gets a crate, when he gets that extra money, he just counts it as an extra gift to send over that missile barrage over there to Ddolldol, and unfortunately, he's just not able to get out of his base. He's been there kind of since the beginning.
Yes.
Already 2 lanes from SadlyItsbradley already pushed to his home base.
Alright, once again. There are 2 towers under attack right now. I think that 2 tower will be taken down.
Ddolldolldol finally got that Calliope out there, but it might be just a little bit too late for that to actually be effective.
But P38, look at the damage of that.
Yeah, P38 came through with 1 swipe and got it down to almost 10%. The second swipe, it's out of the game.
Oh, once again, keep attacking that special attack. This artillery barrage here, right directly to the home base right now. Destroy everything you just coming out.
Yeah, it looks like he was attempting to shoot anything that was coming out of the base, but nothing was coming out, so it was kind of just a missile barrage on the base itself. And now he's inside the doors. There's no more towers. This is not looking good.
Yeah, I think this is it.
2 lands, all the lands been destroyed, and this is only home base here. Wow, this is 3 and 2. And 1 here. Congratulations to SadlyItsbradley.
I ain't happy about
Very,
it.
very hard fought for Ddolldolldol.
And this is the time, the Ddolldolldol versus Bradley again.
Yeah, congratulations again to SadlyItsbradley. Now he is guaranteed 2nd place.
Oh, look at the face of that Ddolldolldol. Well, he tried his best of that, but SadlyItsbradley is pretty strong player of that.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. He's a very, very hard player to fight against, but more than anything, he's a great guy. So to be with both those competitors on stage is certainly a great thing to see.
Yeah, definitely.
So here we go. This is a highlight here. Let's check it out. Right, both 2 games were pushed so fast by the Bradley series. Wow, look at his pre-30 He only need 1 pre-30 here.
And Nichols was just so strong, and he had so much control the entire time. You saw that.
Yes.
So.
Because yesterday we just saw Bradley has a lot of planes just flying in the sky, but I don't think he's gonna be control all of them. So he just need 1 pre-30 here. When everything's coming out, I just need 1. Only 1 is okay.
That's right. As long as he had the control, as you said, he just needed to make sure to micromanage that 1 very, very well. And he had those lanes pushing the entire time, which just kept the entire attention of Ddolldolldol the entire match.
Yeah, he's not only in control of the sky, but he's also in control of the ground.
Yes.
It's very impressive play from SadlyItsbradley.
Right, and as we talked about kind of at the beginning, is being that air division unit, you have to be able to be quick to make sure that he doesn't get anywhere at the beginning.
Yes.
And he was able to do that. And because of that, Beaumont never had the opportunity to get out of his base and actually do any well pushing. And that was why he came out on top.
Yes, and Bradley is so smart because he can just destroy the anti-air of the home base in 4 minutes and attend their special attacks here. So, wow, this is Bradley. SadlyItsbradley just joined to the final match, and coming up next is Robot 3-4 final match here. Well, thank you for Thor. All right,
thank you guys.
Take a break. See you soon.
See ya.